Okay, note to self, this is not, note to you guys that are about to watch this is not a rant. This is, before I started this, I asked my friends and my sister to give me a topic, a trending issue in our lives, and I mostly got shit talking and boys and shit like that, and I'm not gonna talk about boys because I think I already did that, or whatever, but I'm just gonna talk about how, yeah, shit talking's bad, but I'm not, I can't really say it's bad. By the way, these candies are amazing. I can't really say it's bad, but, because I do it, and if I was to say, oh, shit talking's bad, whoever does it is a bitch, or whatever, I can't really say that, because if I do, then I'm being a hypocrite, of course. And so all I can really say is, yeah, shit talking's bad, but it depends how you do it. If you rant in front of your friends about somebody you all don't like, somebody that's not popular, somebody that has no friends, you're a bitch. Like, I do that, and I have to admit I'm a bitch. Like, I'm a bitch for doing it, I'm a bitch for saying anything, because it's rude. It's like, you're purposely trying to hurt this person because they did something wrong to you, or sometimes they don't even have to do anything wrong to you. They're just there, and it, for some reason, it makes you angry. I know this one girl in my class. Whenever she just stands there, she makes everybody angry, and she makes me angry. But I try not to say anything because I have this anger issue, and it's kind of bad. But then at the same time, this girl will just stand there. You could be talking to your friends, she'll look at all of you. And it's kind of creepy because she just stands there. She doesn't say a word. And she just kind of stands there and looks at you guys like, huh, what are you saying? I understand what you're saying. Oh, I get that. When most of the time she doesn't. She's not, she's socially awkward, which means she doesn't have a lot of friends. So she wouldn't understand half the things we talk about. When we talk about Hawkeye, I doubt, it's highly unlikely that a guy has hit on her before. When we talk about how bad our schoolwork is and how bad we are at it, she wouldn't understand that because she gets A's in a class. When we talk about how bad we look today, and I'm not being rude and saying she's ugly, but she's not the prettiest person, which is okay because obviously she's going to grow out of that. Nobody stays unattractive forever. Their body changes. It's highly likely that people that start off with pimples as a child end up to be one of the prettiest people know. I'm scared that she's going to become prettier than me by the time, if we go to the same high school, which is very unlikely. For our high school reunion or something like that, it's just going to be like I see her on the street or something, it's just like, is that you? And she's just going to be prettier than me, and I'm going to have wrinkles or something like that. It scares me, but it's a fact. And then she'll stand there, and then she'll just stand there and listen to you guys talk, which is fine sometimes, but then after a while it just gets creepy. But then there's times when she actually does say something, and it's something irrelevant to the whole conversation. We could be talking about hot guys, and she'll talk about her brother, and bring up her brother, and it's not... There are some people in my group of friends that will be like, shut up, you're so annoying, like, nobody cares about your family, and will just be rude about it. But then there are some people, like me, occasionally I can be nice to her, but most of the time I'm not, and shame on me for that. But there are times when I don't feel like being rude to people. I know they don't deserve it, and they always don't deserve it. Nobody deserves somebody to be rude to them, especially for no reason. So there'll be times when I'm just like, I'm not going to yell at her, but I'm just going to be like, you know you're talking about something that nobody here cares about. I'm not trying to be rude, but you kind of gotta don't say anything. So it's like, you're telling her not to say anything, but then you want her to say something too. Because when she's standing there and she's just not saying anything, it's kind of creepy, so please say something. But when you do, it's like, because she doesn't have a lot of friends and she doesn't know what to talk about in a group of friends, it's like, oh, I'm just going to talk about this, whatever comes up in my mind, because I really want to be part of this group. So she'll say anything, and then when she does say anything, something goes wrong, and people start being rude to her. And I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm nice to her, I'm totally her friend, but I'm not gonna say I'm number one rudest to her, because I'm not. There are people that I know that are ruder to her, that talk about her behind her back when she did not do anything. She's not a rude person. She's not mean. She's not mean. She doesn't swear. She gets A's, like nice A's. She's not the prettiest person, but who is? Like, what's the prettiest person? And she's just awkward. And I think the people I know take that as a modern language, you're just a loser. If you don't know how to socialize with people, you don't know how to dress properly, you don't know how to talk about the right things in front of people, you're a loser. It's the modern world. That's how the world works. And it's, in a way, it's kind of sad. Because people trend nowadays. Trending is the number one thing on everybody's list. Most people, yes, they will put the homework or people, loved ones before that. But trending is how the world gets by. And that is a good thing. Trending clothing, trending work habits, trending things that you see. Positive things. But then there are also those trends that just go with the children's society or teenager society. Like, if you're black, now in this modern day, you have to be black. You have to say things like swag, but not too much that you sound like a really, really crazy person. You have to say dope if you have to say dope if you're a hipster. You have to say I'm so gassed if you're black. You have to say all these things. You have to learn like a new dictionary just to fit in with this world, and I don't understand. There have been people, and these are regular bullyings where people jump off a cliff or commit suicide because they're bullied. I bet it comes out of not fitting in, and I'm scared that the girl I'm talking about is gonna hurt herself. Like, she's smarter than that, but at the same time, life gets in the way of everything we know. I mean, yes, people get in the way of everything we know. We know that sex should be one of those things that should be had with somebody you love. But people forget that rule because it's such a trend and it's such a fun thing to do, and it's easier than strings attached. So it's a trend to just do it without strings attached and just have sex. It's a trend to make out with people without strings attached. It's a trend to wear camouflage pants, even though most likely army people wear them. Children used to wear them as t-shirts and hats and running shoes and pants, but then there was a stage where, like, at the ages of 10 and 12, you kind of stop that phase and you're just like, ew, that's so ugly. But then you go back into that phase probably by 13, probably, if you follow the right people, or you follow a trend, or you see a trend 24/7, you're just like, I like that trend because it's a trend. I want to be like those people on the internet because I want to look cool. This world, you can never have what you want. Like, this girl I'm talking about, people are upset because they know they can't get what they want from her. You either have her there and she doesn't say anything, or you tell her to go away and she goes away for a few minutes, but then she comes back hoping you'll be a little bit nicer. Or she's there and she talks, but she talks about irrelevant things that nobody cares about, and she gets yelled at and told to go away, but she comes back. She keeps coming back, and I don't understand why, because she is just going to get hurt. She knows the people in our class, my class, do not like her, but she comes back and she talks to them and she communicates, and I find that brave, because I would never be able to do that. If I found out that nobody in my class liked me, I would stay away. I'd probably cry when I got home, and I wonder if she cries when she gets home. If she doesn't, she's a brave person. I'm jealous of her, because if I found out nobody liked me, if all my friends stopped liking me, and I bet she had friends when she was in grade 3. I bet she had friends. Everybody has friends in grade 3. You just lose those friends when they find better friends. Not better friends, other friends. And when they find other friends, it's like you have to be like that other friend, or you have to have a close personality like that other friend, or you're not accepted anymore. If you do something to piss somebody off, and the grades between 3 and 5, you will be excluded if you do something that wrong in the children age. In the children age, if you backstab somebody, and yes, children know what backstabbing is, it happens all the time, from the grades of 3 to actually 6. If you backstab somebody, you will be isolated from the group. And sometimes that isolation holds forever. And if it does, you're screwed for your elementary life. Because after that, people learn, I don't have to be friends with you. In kindergarten, I was told, I have to be friends with you, but I figured out the rules. I don't have to. This society has taught people that you have to be this way if you're this color, or you have to be this way if you go to this school. You have to be this way if you hang out with this certain people. And this world has also evolved into being more independent than it used to be. People back then, back in our parents' age, like 1950s and down, they used to listen to adults. Now, if we see an adult telling us what to do, we flip them off. We tell them to go fuck themselves, because we're not going to listen to you. If we don't know you and we see you on the street and you want us to move or get out of a seat on the subway, we will be like, fuck you. Unless we're really nice children, then we'll move. If you tell us what to do, if you cuss us out and you think you're going to get away with it, trust me, you will not. In this age, children stick up for themselves, but mostly do it in the wrong manner. Like me, I do it in the wrong manner. I don't like an old person. I don't like old people. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't like old people because they boss me around. They think they have authority over me, and they do. They should. But I've learned, I think I'm better without, I feel more better when people are not telling me what to do. And when people tell me what to do, I get defensive and I get rude. But as I was saying, people need to be original, and you can't do that. It's mostly people who say, oh yeah, I'm this and that and whatever, and it's like, you learn words, you learn phrases, but at the same time those phrases get in the way of how you used to be. I used to be a rude person, but then it was kind of like I changed from rude to getting along. Like I was an angry child. I used to hit my friends, my best friends. Then I stopped. But now it's like I just swear at my best friends. I don't like my best friends anymore. It's like I'll act like I like you, but honestly, I'll give you this look like I don't want to be your friend anymore, but I can't say it to you because we've been friends for this long. Why ruin it now? The world has fucked children up, and children don't know how to handle themselves anymore. It's scary, and it's the honest truth. The world is fucked up.